What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. I guess this card now demands a pretty extravagant price, but no joke, this card has been going up for a while, and on this round, it's hard to tell if this is a targeted buyout or a couple of players who were truly desperate in the season said, I gotta get this now, I'm seeing it top everywhere, I'm tired of not having it, and they went in. Hopefully, either way, you used my TCG player link in the description down below, costing you nothing extra, and supporting the channel directly. Whenever we see this shock price on cards like this that were already high, do keep in mind how many were on the market that, you know, it was pretty easy for them to disappear, and don't just go, oh my gosh, this is this price now. You're gonna see motivated sellers coming in, trying to see those new prices, make their sales, and it'll keep going back down for what it is. You see copies at 120 each. I believe this person has them listed as, yeah, new condition, so near mint. And when we're looking through cards like this again, do remember that there weren't that many to begin with, so deep pockets can make them disappear, or desperate players can make them disappear. Now, this is more of an interesting one to me. Ignister Island disappearing off market and coming back in towards $38, and because of actual sales, market price $32. Now, it was nowhere near there. I believe Tier 0 started its pre-sales around $15, $16, and you could have used my code to get it even cheaper. Wow, it really disappeared from eBay to $35, $39, $40. So the anime buyout has begun. No waifus here, just some solid end of reigns archetypal. Really. We don't see any hype among the other pieces. It seems like this is a targeted buyout, and I don't know that it's a good one. I see this falling back out. Can it really stay up there? As vendors are looking for their estimated value pulled, the top two other cards, Lightning Storm and Kaku, come together for that perfect $120 I tell you that a set needs from its top two cards. So Island, this will be kind of a good one to watch and see what happens with it, but I just don't see this buyout hanging or holding at all. Let me know what you think, though. It's been one of the most hyped decks in my comment section, but so was Marincess with each and every release. We kind of know what support this is going to get in the future. I personally don't see this sticking. I also wanted to talk about the Prismatics and how they're falling out. I had someone messaging me, asking me what I thought of Prismatic Time Thief Perpetua for a investment. I don't like investing in Prismatics in the first place. I think that is a giant bubble that can pop at some point. If you look at buying 8 cases to theoretically pull one of each, which, as we know, won't necessarily happen, but that's the math on Prismatic versus cases, well, when you add up all these prices right here for this set, that's more than a case back for whoever's opening 8 cases, and that's ridiculous in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh! I think we'll see fallouts. I think this will be the lowest one out of this because people will want to match the Earth Charmer with the Wind Charmer. Sky Strikers is a very big fan favorite, but Rose could eventually be the lowest too, but we're seeing, you know, a little hype behind Zodiac Sky Striker actually getting a top this weekend, and Lightning Storm, it's following the trend of Apollosa and Masquerena to where they went down to 400 at one point, and then they rebound. Well, we're seeing that fallout now from motivated sellers who just want to make their quick buck, and I get that this isn't a waifu Prismatic, but it's a 3 of for the first time, where Masquerena, 1 of in the extra deck, Apollosa, well, now you can do 3 in your extra deck with Extravagance. Lightning Storm, from the start, is a 3 of if you're going after it for going second or siding. I think this will be going up over time if you're looking at any of the Prismatics from the set as an investment standpoint. Infinitrack Fortress Megaclops buyout. This is an interesting one. I've seen it on Dueling Book a couple of times. It can be affected by Xyz monsters, and I guess we're seeing less Dengirsu in this format. I still like this for Waking the Dragon, but it's not the best Waking the Dragon target. It is a big body for it, though, with 4,000 attack, and under the new Master Rule, 3x these monsters, pretty easy to do as well. It's okay. It's a good option to have, and I see why people went after it around the $3 mark. Now it's towards the $6 mark post-buyout. But I want to show how ridiculous some buyouts are when you look at the new master rule being the reasoning and stuff like that. Obviously, Waking the Dragon, we're looking for new targets when it comes to Lightning Storm hitting it and getting in all these head game Theorio hypes that will actually happen towards the WCQ. The Atlantean stuff I showed the other day, I told you guys pick through your bulk, make your sales. It was towards $9. Look at this, $5, $5, $7. People lining up, trying to make those sales. Huge copies now that they know the pricing. They just want to make that money. It's going to fall back down in price. These ridiculous buyouts to crazy points, if you're buying it out all the way and then you're waiting for it to come in the mail and you're hoping other people don't list, you're gonna have a bad time. I love to see fallout like this on the market to punish bad buyouts. Zodiac Mirage is an interesting one. We've been telling you about this a while, not just in tangent with the ban list, but if you've been listening, I've told you that Mirage plus Area Zero is quite crazy, and you can go look around for some regional results this weekend. $7 on each copy once again. Droll and Lockbird, the ultimate rare, is up, but so are all copies. The common towards $6. I told you guys to pick this up when it was around $2. It's gonna have its formats, and if you can still find those structured decks, well, maybe you should just be peeling those open and have yourself a Pendulum deck on the side. But the supers are up, the every single version is up, the ultras. It's pretty crazy when it comes to Droll and Lockbird, but it's its format. It really is. $5 over here on eBay before it's $6 for the commons as well. Remember, vendors get their structured decks for around $5.50, so if they're still lingering on shelves at your locals, maybe you can talk them into a 3 for $20 deal and really get the hookup. Solemn Strike Ulti got a huge buyout. People are freaking out about this price point that it's left at because people are unwilling to come forward and sell their copies. Well, people really like those matching sets. 3 Ulti Strikes, 3 Ulti Warnings, 3 Ghost or Ulti or whatever you want with Solemn Judgment. You can match it Ultimate Rare. You can mix it how you want. First set original Ultras. But this is unarguably to most the highest rarity for Solemn Strike, and it's what people are really after. Over on eBay, we see one German version for relatively cheap versus the buyout price. And we even see a graded 1 out of 9 at 100 funds. Please take it. I know it's in the plastic. Please, just take it, bro, please. The fallouts from these buyouts are too hilarious to me lately. The market is on this crazy gosh dang bubble, and it's hilarious. Now, not everything is up. Starliege Seyfried over here is down, and I think it's a great card to keep an eye on. Remember, it is shorted in Chaos Impact. The Dragon Engine very much alive, and while combo decks are having trouble with all that back row, with Nibiru and everything, I think we will see this creep through at some point in the metagame again and really take the forefront of the meta. Just keep your eye. It's not something to sleep on. Dragons are serious business in Yu-Gi-Oh! Hidden City falling back down towards $9. A lot of people were expecting Guru Control to be the deck. I've been saying Altergeist from the start, but maybe I'm biased thanks to DZ. A lot of the DB grinders, dueling book grinders, are still playing Guru Control though, and are among the top of the ladder. I think it's a good deck. It's a solid deck, but it is a rogue option. It is anti-meta in a sense. It is not the meta. And when I look at this deck overall, well, it does have its consistency issues with its very few monsters and trying to get to Hidden City. I do still like it as an option, but I think the price point reflects what's happening in the meta versus the buyouts it did have as a shorted super over in Fist of the Gadgets. Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, not shorted in the movie pack, $15. This is the cheapest look at one of the nicest looking copies of it, period. If you're a collector or if you've been waiting for these, get them sooner than later. Don't wait on this. I think it will go up at overtime as these packs disappear from the market. Make sure you have yours if you've waited all this time for it. I don't think it'll dip much under this. The market's pretty much spoken. Vendors have undercutted each other to this point. I think this is where it stays, and then goes up from there. Dark Magician Girl, low-key, the secret rare copy of this is one of the best investments you can make. The market's spoken on all versions of Secret Dark Magician Girl in the past. Look at Yugi's World. I get this is the original art secret, but if you're looking for a first edition or even unlimited version of this right now, there's very few copies low, and I believe first ed lowest is like towards freaking $55. Now, Legendary Collections are a different beast than a movie pack, but I have learned never to underestimate nostalgia in this market, and also what looks the nicest for cards that are fan favorites. Dark Magician Girl Secret Rare, mark my words, just take them, put them in a box somewhere. You're gonna have a pretty good investment down the road long term if your bankroll can afford to set cards aside. This is one that I would just take infinite of if I was still buying and selling today. Case in point, I actually bought a couple of OCG products recently to do prize giveaways, and I usually just ship the playmat because I want to keep the coins for myself, and I got myself 20th anniversary packs that came with the metal coin and card. Wow! I sold my Sliffers for $200 personally. I accidentally made a bit of money, and I'm very bad with my free money, by the way. I bought some Yu-Gi-Oh posters, some stickers, some very bad life decisions with the money. But I got 2 of these because I got the playmat and coin that also come with these. It basically looks like the Judge playmat, and look how cheap the playmat is relatively because the card has gone up so much, and you can still find the coin here and there whenever you look up Slifer 20th, but Obelisk similarly, and as I understand, I actually talked to somebody who knows OCG product. This product ended up having a shorter pre-release period for ordering, and while the pack started at $30, look at where they're at now. Obelisk, the card, also towards $80, and you can still find the metal a little easier, and the playmat extremely cheap. They're basically just giving it away because of how the card has gone up. But keep in mind, there's likely to be a raw pack coming out. People are going to clamor for them with how these went up. There's never a really great way to shop OCG products consistently, but you can look around and you can places like Jackarade and others. So I just want to keep this point of nostalgia gripping. Look, all those 2 were alternate arts. While their 20th anniversary, Starlight Rare to us with the red name, well, Winged Dragon of Ra, Slifer and Obelisk and Prismatic from the Megatons. These are long-term stonks. They're slowly disappearing for their quantities of sellers, and I bet you they sell better on Amazon and will continue to go up over time. There's tons of great investments from the Megatons, and boy, is that free value right now if you're opening it and you're pulling stuff like Nibiru, Dark Ruler No More, and then cards like the Danger card. So it's about time to open some Megatons if they're still around. Very rare that I opt for product, but try to get them for $15. A lot of places will be marking them down and clearancing them, despite them having really good cards right now and really hot sales rates. Thank you guys so much for watching today's Market Watch. Hopefully you enjoyed some of these suggestions, a look at my accidental OCG investment, and you know, not everything's up, but I do get it's an alarming rate of this market bubble and craziness with all the returning players for Master Rule Revised 5, whatever you want to call it, and everything going on. So it is quite the show, but do keep your head on straight. Invest wisely. Don't make rash decisions. Don't go, oh yeah, I better go get this set. You know, don't just rush after things. Take your time and make your decisions towards the WCQ. There's another ban list. There's a reprint set on the horizon and another one past that. Chill out a little, guys. Thanks for watching, everybody. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy these conversations. And please, please, please check out my Patreon, the $20 tier. It's pretty nice if you do have that kind of money to drop and you want to get something back for supporting the channel directly. But if you want to, you know, also do that, you can use my TCG player link in the description down below, costing you nothing extra for the cards you'd already be buying.